kind of in the middle of something here, Mo. What's the deal? You should be able to handle them.
Please, of course I did. But you neglected to tell me this compound is built on top of an Indian burial ground.
Hello Internet, my name is Billy, and this is your guide to the Ventureverse, a YouTube series in which I look at each episode of the Venture Brothers and give a brief synopsis, point out interesting facts, talk about its place in the greater canon of the show, and finish it off with some personal thoughts about the episode. In today's video, we will discuss Season 2, Episode 3 of the Venture Brothers, Assassinanny 911. This episode was written by Jackson Public and first aired on July 9th, 2006. Let's get into it. Brock goes away on a special OSI mission to track down and kill his former mentor, Colonel Hunter Gathers. Throughout the episode, we learn more about their relationship through a series of flashbacks, and while Brock's away, he enlists the help of Molotov cocktease to look after the Venture family, but Molotov instead sets to work training the Ventures to defend themselves. Put this in the no-shit Sherlock category, but if you weren't aware, Colonel Hunter Gathers is a parody of gonzo journalist Hunter S. Thompson, and he dresses like Nick Fury from the comic books. Also in the no-shit category, this episode features allusions to James Bond, including the scene where Brock is offered a bunch of gadgets, and the woman he meets on the beach whose outfit resembles that of Honey Ryder from Dr. No.
What are you doing here? Looking for shells?
No, I'm just looking.
Stay where you are.
When Hank attacks his father with a machete near the end of the episode, the scene is inspired by both the final moments of the movie Apocalypse Now and the song The End by The Doors, which is featured in the final moments of Apocalypse Now. The scene with Brock slapping the plastic surgeon has been parodied a zillion times over the years, but if you're unaware, the original source is a scene from the movie Chinatown. I'm not going to play the clip from Chinatown because it's kind of a massive spoiler, but feel free to Google Chinatown slap if you've never seen the movie and want to watch Jack Nicholson slap a lady super hard with no context. So we've got the first appearance of Hunter Gathers, who will go on to be a pretty important character, and the first appearance of Triana's friend Kim, who will go on to be not at all important. She'll only be seen once more. This is kind of the opposite of canon, but I thought it was interesting. Jackson talks a little about the episode in the Venture Brothers art book. Assassinanny is highly influenced by the movie Spy Game, which nobody cares about, but I like a lot. I wanted to see Brock in his youth being mentored by a tough-love, grizzled older spy. He was much more Nick Fury in my notes, and until a late-end production edit, he was actually the guy Brock is talking about when Molotov says,
You killed my father!
And he says,
After you killed my partner.
This would have been that partner. But I had to retcon that because I had to cut that line and I had to cut the parts of this episode where they talk about how he thought Hunter was dead. So this is sort of a short video, sorry about that, but this episode is no less fantastic. It's got great jokes, it's got a cool story, and this episode is full of really cinematic scenes that show off how much the quality of the animation has stepped up from just the first season already. There's this really great writer named Todd Alcott who used to do these super deep dive analyses of the Venture Brothers, and he had pointed out a thing that never clicked with me, that whole Manaconda Womanaconda thing was foreshadowing the end of the episode. It seems incredibly obvious in hindsight, but I had never really thought about it beyond thinking it was Venture Brothers just adding in extra layers of wild crap. But at the end of the day, this episode is all about gender. Obviously, there's Hunter Gathers going through a sex change, but we also for the first time see Brock at his most maternal toward the boys. A subversion of expectations for the badass slayer of henchmen that Brock is, while Molotov provides the tough love that is usually expected of fathers. I love Nanny Brock, and I love the Venture Brothers. As always, thank you for watching and go Team Venture. Tune in next week for Escape to the House of Mummies Part 2. If you dug this video, share it with a friend. And if there was some huge thing that I missed in this video, follow me on Instagram at Ventureverse Guide to see these videos early and offer your input before I upload the final product.